What's up and happy Halloween. So today we're going to be looking at the worst, most hideous, most jaw-dropping Halloween decor I could find in person, online, on TikTok, on Instagram. And at the end of the video, we're going to see if we can balance it out with some good and hopefully find some acceptable DIY options that can hopefully save spooky season this year. Let's get into it. So starting off with Walmart, we got this amazing cup here. You know, forget the spooky dookie or creepy peepee. We have the spooky skeleton sippy cup. And I mean, look at this jawline, bro. Like, could you really go wrong? He's beautiful. You kind of just have to get it. And I almost did. I genuinely like this. And I think it's so funny how they decided like it needed a handle. Cause let me tell you, dude, this is lightweight plastic. Like I could pick this up with my pinky, bro. Like this is not, it's nothing special, which is why I didn't get it. It kind of seems like one of those things you buy once, wash once, and then it just disintegrates. So sadly, I had to leave bro on the shelf. But you know, sometimes that's how the bones rattle. Moving on to the next store, there was some heat at home. Now, if you haven't already seen this season, they've been pretty much substituting spooky with the color pink, and at home was no exception to this. I mean, just the signage and everything too, pink pumpkins, pink streamers, like they were pretty sad. And I mean, credit where credit is due, because some of it was spooky for sure, but I don't know what we're doing here with these bedazzled bears and the disco pumpkins and the, all right, that guy's chill. But you know what I mean? Because a lot of this stuff doesn't seem like it's selling. I went to At Home early on in September and it was stacked. Like there was just pure Halloween as soon as you walked in. But now coming towards early to mid-October, it's pretty empty, which is sad to see. And they had a bunch of stuff in these like big boxes. Like you could see here, a lot of the plushies have been neglected. And honestly, I guess that's not such a bad thing, because then I wouldn't have seen this gem. Yeah, I love it too. Because I mean, girl, that's me. 100% that witch. Been that witch, still that witch. I resonate with that, dog. I'm just gonna like... Alright, cut me some slack. You can't expect me to spend too long making the glitter broom look realistic. Anyways, rounding out At Home, we have some honorable mentions, which is of course this emo skeleton. I don't know why I recorded this. It's not that funny anymore, but I mean, that's a cool minion, I guess. And no, this one's still funny. I just like the way he's like, you know, just shaking his arms. I thought he was cool. Yeah. All right, Dollar General, okay? Dollar General usually has some heat. It has like the simple stuff. You know, it has like the spider you want, the fake cobwebs, you know, maybe a couple of rubber rats or something. Crazy. I was crazy once. I just want you to check out, first of all, this is what I saw when I walked in. These cups, do you see what the issue is yet? Girl, that's a booty hole. The design could have been thought out more before they made molds for these, is all I'm saying. And I mean, even with the straw, it doesn't look good. Like I thought it would make it better, but it just really doesn't. And then the worst part of Dollar General has to have been this Halloween skull blowing gum decor. Now imagine Voldemort had a baby with a soul-sucking dementor, okay? You got it? Okay, just imagine what that would look like. And tell me I'm wrong. Oh no, he's hot! All right, online time. Now, you can only get so many bad things in store. I feel like a lot more stores are riskier when it comes to their website. And first, we're gonna look at the stuff I would have seen at Home if Santa Claus wasn't evicting the pink skeletons already. And that's gonna start with this. And honestly, it looks pretty dope. Grim Gardens Black Halloween Skull with mushrooms. The idea is cool. Now, does it look a little weird? Like it's kind of giving what your mom says will happen if you smoke a weed. Like it just has that, like, it just doesn't look like it meshes, you know? It looks a little out of place, like a fever dream or something. These next items are crazy too, because I thought the store already looked pink enough, but there is so much more online. I feel like for instance, the skeleton looks honestly pretty cool pink. It's not like a velvet pink like most of the stuff. So I feel like it can work as like a decoration where there's already like a psychedelic kind of like whimsical theme. I feel like a pink skeleton would be great for that actually. And then of course we got the regular ones. But for some of these items, Well, other than this cat pumpkin, I think that one's kind of cool actually. But like this radioactive looking skull. Like it does not have to be that pink. It's just a little too much. And then the purple one too, it's just, again, it's not totally pushing it, but it's pushing it enough to where I am bothered that most of the stuff is pink. Because if you're not going for that aesthetic, then what are you there for? There's not that many options. Now with this specific one, with these pumpkins that are also velvet, I do like that they gave you the orange option because that looks pretty dope. Like I feel like that would look cool. But yeah, it's just more on like the bright pinks and purples that it looks a little off. And honestly, I'll let the black slide because it looks pretty cool when it's like that velvet black color. Apart from the bright pinks, another color I saw was green. And I think this is pretty dope for a skeleton. Like I feel like if you're gonna get a Halloween skeleton, the basic white ones are pretty cool, but the green would just look so cool. I mean, specifically at night because it's glow in the dark, right? And I like the idea of a green skeleton that glows in the dark, but then when it's like midday, it's a little less like, it doesn't fit as much is what I'm trying to say. Like it would be cool if you set up two skeletons and one was throwing up on the other, and then that's why he was green. Like that would be cool because then it would look radioactive at night. But otherwise, it is a very like situation based purchase for this. And then of course we got this pink one too. I do think it looks a little goofy, especially this one. This one looks like it's about to ask me where the chocolate is. But you know, I do still think it's pretty cool nonetheless, and think it would be cool if you like gave it some kind of pose, because of course it's more supposed to be anchored. But yeah, definitely one to be more creative with, or else it just looks kind of goofy. Speaking of goofy, we have this Wicked sign in case you're thinking of wolfing out for Halloween. And honestly, dude, for the price, $37.49, and that's on sale from $50, it's just way too high. They already sell these kind of signs at Five Below, Target, your local mall probably, and they're never this much. Given they can be pricey, they're never $50 pricey. Like at max, they're like 30, which I think is still crazy. But 50 for this? No. And then the final one I saw from the website that is just kind of weird is this candle. Like, why? Like, is the bottom part also wax? Like, is it just all gonna melt? You know, I mean, I hope not, but then otherwise, what's the point of the bottom of it? Like, it just looks weird, you know? I don't think they thought that one through too much. And then through Instagram, right as I finished the at home section, I found this unwelcome sign. This is just, bro, I'm not going to your house if you have a mat for Halloween that says unwelcome. That's just not spooky at all. Like if it's gonna say something spooky, it should be spooky. You can't just any word. Imagine walking into someone's kitchen and their live, love, laugh sign is unliving, unloving, unlaughing, not laughing. That would be insane. Live, love, laugh to unliving, unloving, and not laughing is crazy. And what's insane about that is if that sign doesn't already exist, it will exist because it's just corny enough to be made. Let me tell you my surprise when I saw that had I just gone to Home Goods a little sooner, I would have had the chance of walking away with some actual heat. Like this skeleton table right here, dude, I need that and it's gone. Home Goods was so empty this year, so empty. Genuinely, you had to go in September or just don't even bother because there's just nothing left once it hits even close to October. And this table would have been so cool, I totally would have got it. And this bench is pretty dope too. Like this is just the perfect bench for outdoors and it's awesome. Moving on to TikTok. Now on to TikTok, and I think this skeleton is just great. Like I think they did a good job with this one.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Come over here and look what I can do. Would you like that?
I like how this dude has so much confidence and like no shame to just like collect some feedback after, you know? And then speaking of course of collecting feedback, guys, if you're designing something, like review it a couple of times, do a little couple checks, you know? Like these videos, I watch them I don't know how many times before I'm like fully done. Like you guys need to do that when you're designing stuff, okay? Because then you end up with this kind of stuff and it's not that fun for the person who buys this and realizes that their skeleton looks like a pro gamer.
Whoever let someone weld this skeleton together needs an anatomy lesson. Look at this Neanderthal looking skeleton right here. This is not anatomically correct, and they need somebody to take off that $200 price tag for this monstrosity.
No, for reals, because the idea of this skeleton chilling in the corner of your house just like, it was a mistake. And if it was intentional, I don't know how you're gonna sell it. Okay, finally, some DIY options. So if you're looking for any DIY options, that's what we're gonna check out next. Starting off with this one, which I really appreciate because it's genuinely creative. It's something you haven't seen before, and I think it came out pretty cool.
First, you need these Dollar Tree bowls and eyeballs, and use red paint on the inside to paint your veins. Use some red spray paint around the edges of your bowl lightly, and then finish off the entire inside with off-white spray paint. After you hot glue on the rest of your iris and pupil, you can then use some great stuff $3 insulation foam to shape out the outside of the eyelid with veins branching out. Next, you can paint the outside of your eye whatever color you like. Spray paint would be faster, but I chose the clips to give my eye more creative details. Since it's made of foam, all you have to do is impale it onto a nail roller. And that's how you make these low-cost, big-impact, giant eyeballs.
Yeah, only thing would for real just be do not touch the insulation foam while it's not dry, just in case. Otherwise, it's really cool. This one too looks dope because I feel like you could also just trace it. Like, it doesn't seem like there's too much of a barrier to entry. Like, you don't have to be an artist or anything to make this, and I think it looks pretty dope. And I liked it a lot because that green color in the cat's eyes, I think that's so cool. Because I used to sell shoes and be really into streetwear like years ago. And I have this Supreme black cat tee that looks exactly like this. And I just thought it was a really cool idea to kind of bring back that like whimsical cat look that used to be in older Halloween decorations. So I definitely approve of this one. I think this one's dope. This one is so cool. Dude, like I just have to make that. Like, I think that would be so cool. I'm currently just finished. I mean, like yesterday I watched the final Fantastic Beasts movie, the third one, and dude, those are pretty cool. I was rewatching the main Harry Potter films, but I hadn't yet moved over to the Fantastic ones to go watch those yet, and they're pretty cool. Would recommend. And I think making Dementors as Halloween decorations would be so cool. And then of course this one's just so like, dude, you popped off. Like, it doesn't really look like it was made just from scratch, but I mean, if you take off that cloak or whatever, it totally does. And then where you see the trash bag, like then I would be able to tell. But otherwise, it was good that you added that because it really pulled it together. And then we got one more to end it off, and I even debated adding this one at all because it's just not that good, but I thought it was still like a good idea in essence. You know what I mean? Like, it's not so obvious that you see your neighbor clearly has toilet paper rolls in their plants, but at the same time, you can kind of tell your neighbor has toilet paper rolls in their plants. So, I mean, do with that information what you will. It looks pretty cool at night. I would round the corners, otherwise you can definitely tell. It was bad. Some of it was good. So I just also wanted to say thank you for everyone following me on social media, but I also want to inform you that I'm not going to be on social media. I did post on both Instagram and TikTok to kind of explain it, but pretty much like things are just getting like weird over there, specifically in regards to privacy. So I'm currently looking for alternative social media options that I feel safer and more comfortable with. I know that's kind of confusing because in the last video I was like, by the way, go check out my socials, you know? I'm sorry about that. If you guys have any suggestions on ones that you're already using or thinking possibly about switching to, you know, let me know. And if you guys actually aren't thinking of switching to anything anytime soon and you're gonna stay on Instagram and TikTok, I would also like to know. That would be pretty useful. I'm just kind of trying to figure this out, but for right now I'm posting just on YouTube. So any social media type post I'm trying to post through shorts, so keep an eye out for that. And the reason too I wanted to know what you guys think is because I know it's kind of hard to move on from a social media platform, specifically when there's creators you like to watch that are on those platforms. So I figured like maybe I can actually move to something that you guys are also cool with. So yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Things have been going crazy on the channel. And when I posted my last video, which if you haven't seen it, please watch it here. I went from 54 to over 100 subscribers overnight, which is insane. And then right now I'm already approaching 300. So I just also wanted to say thank you guys so much. It means the absolute world to me. I appreciate all the support, all the comments. It really means a lot. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like the video. Have an amazing, safe, and fun Halloween. I hope you get some cool decorations too. And have a great day. Deuces.